Gary Nasai Minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 5. Rita is amazing. I love her character. She is low energy. She doesn't want to do her job. She just want to laze around in her room and talk to her teddy bear. Not like teddy bear. It is a Yeti plushie, and she has a ton of Yeti plushie. Like there's so many mouthful. It is so kawaii. Like how she actually like mimic the voice of the Yeti. It's like, oh, okay, you cannot do that, something like that. It is so adorable. Rita is best, definitely best waifu in the series. And I would say like the biggest shock that I actually have when I watch this episode is how Rita is like it's so annoying. It's like she wants an easy answer, but when she didn't actually got an easy answer, she just screamed out like, she was like so annoyed, like I need to do more job, I don't like it. That's why she's like lashing out immediately. It is so cute, so dumb, and so entertaining to watch. I love her character so much. Like I knew that I'm going to love her as her stoic and cold ice queen, and once I get to know her, it is even better. It's like, wow, like the best character in Ohsama Sentai, not gonna lie, really amazing. But with that being said, this episode we get to see Gokhan, and we learn that in Gokhan there is not actually any citizen at all. All of the citizens of Gokhan are the criminals who are being trapped there and kept in prison. So you can actually think that Gokhan is actually a prison city, a prison nation, exists just for the purpose of the law and justice system, something like that. So this is a really interesting thing, and the reason why we don't actually get to see Rita going into capturing Gira immediately is because so far Gira has not actually technically like cause a kind of like a nationwide event or scenario that causes that actually requires Rita to move in a certain direction or something like that. But it is still really interesting to see that Rita has already started her investigation, and she actually went around the place, and she was like looking for like what are the necessary details, like what are the hint that maybe Gira is part of a royalty, something like that. And the reason why she appears in episode 3 is a really crucial thing, because in episode 3 it is the first time that we actually get to see what is actually a royal jewelry, something like that. It is a dessert, and that is the dessert that Gira wants Himeno-ran to create. Like, hey, can I get a royal jewelry here in Ishabana? And the chef is not able to recreate that, and Rita is in Ishabana at that time, so she kind of like get a idea that, hey, what is this royal jewelry that Gira is talking about? She went back to Shugodam, do a little bit of research, and found out that, hey, golden jewelry is actually a food for the royalty, something like that. It exists in the cookbook of in Shugodam. So that is really crazy on how all this little detail causes Rita to do a DNA test to actually make the case of Gira, and concluded that Gira is not actually guilty. And instead, she even praised Gira. She said like she is just doing his duty as the royalty to protect the people, exactly like what a royalty should do. That is exactly what Rakles didn't do. Rakles didn't protect the people at all. He just allowed the people to die, and that is how he is actually causing, like he wants the people, Rakles wants the people to die and causes the rest of the nation to have a little of pinch, so that at the end of the day he is gonna be the people, be the king that rule over all of them. But in doing so, he actually loses the trust of the people. He loses the trust of the god Kuwagata, and that is why Gira is able to henshin so easily into the Kuwagata-Ohsha. But with that being said, we need to talk about a few other things that happened in this episode. Okay, so the first thing we need to talk about is Dibowski. Dibowski is still continuing on lying to Rakles. He lies to Rakles, saying that God Kabuto is currently in the possession of the Bugnarak, and she's like, I'm not sure like why did he lie, but maybe he's lying because he wants to keep God Kabuto on himself. It's like having another god in the nation is a really big deal, because right now, like, imagine all these god Kuwagata, all the Zords, imagine them as Jinchuriki, okay? Jinchuriki in the Naruto franchise, like one village have one Jinchuriki, but what happens when one village have two Jinchuriki, and their power level, their power scaling is gonna be tilted a little bit, and that is what happened here right now in Tofu. Tofu now got two big god Hachi and also God Kabuto, and the rest of the nation only have one god itself. So the biggest thing right now is that Shugod doesn't actually have any guardian deity until like Gira actually went back there and protect the people. But we also know that, like, in order to activate the greater guardian deity, they need that crystal, they need that little crystal. And I felt like you can actually create a henshin sword, a sword out of that crystal itself, and that is how the ranger is able to henshin and is able to actually communicate with the guardian deity itself. Because when we actually see them henshin, they actually encapsulate themselves in a similar shape of crystal as well, before the kind of like a mirage image of the god fly through them and break the crystal, something like that. So I would imagine that all of the guardian deity is gonna have their own like little crystal, and that is what we saw in God Kuwagata, and that is what we also see from God Sasori as well. So it actually came to my mind like maybe Rakles already have in his possession the God Bata, the God Grasshopper amulet, or should I say a coin itself, so that he can actually use it in his gold royal sword itself. Okay, so but then again, I highly doubt that he's gonna use the bata as in his sword, and maybe the sword is just kind of like an ability for him to henshin. And we do actually know that he is gonna henshin in the next episode of Ohsama Sentai as the Silver Ranger, and his suit is exactly the same as the Kuwagata-Ohsha, the Red Ranger, just that it is in a silver color. So I'm not sure how the story is gonna go, how are they gonna explain it, and how are they gonna make do with the story, because I felt like having Rakles using the god Kabuto, it makes much more sense in story wise, because he is directly the opposition of Kuwagata, so it will actually make sense for him to use the Kabuto. But then again, I'm not sure what the author are doing, but I trust the author, because the author actually gave us Rita, such an amazing character. And speaking of Rita, I forgot to mention something. She actually have two different eye color, and I felt like this is one detail that a lot of people might have missed if you don't actually pay close attention. The eye that she always use her hair to cover has a different eye color than the one that's in the right eye itself. So a lot of us, when we know production, that is just a contact lens, a different color contact lens, but we need to understand this is a show. When they give a certain character a different makeup, a different contact lens color, something, it always has a meaning. So maybe they are hinting at us that maybe Rita has kind of like a certain past, or maybe like she feel insecure with how she looks, and that is why she actually hides her face or something like that. But I still really love her character, okay? But with that being said, one big nani that I've seen that we actually saw in this episode is Rita slapping Rakles. That is like really shocking. I really did not see this coming, especially right after Hercules actually threatened Rita, if you betray me, I'm gonna destroy Gokan. And holy shit, she didn't hesitate, went up there and slapped Hercules. But her real purpose of slapping Hercules is to get his DNA. So that is really, really amazing as well. But moving forward is, how the hell did Gira how did Gira not know that he is actually the brother of Hercules? And Hercules seems to know the truth. Hercules seems to know that Gira is actually the brother of like Gira is his brother, but Gira doesn't seem to have any memory of that at all. So what is happening right now? Did Gira loses his memory? Did he got abandoned or something? We are not sure. Okay, like we are really not sure what is happening. Did Hercules got corrupted or something like that? I don't know, but there is definitely a big idea. I would assume, okay, one of the people. Okay, I'm switching topic right now, sorry. Now I'm talking about a traitor inside Shugodam. Inside the kingdom, inside the castle of Shugodam, one of the aides, the personal aide of Hercules, is actually a traitor to even Hercules himself. Like, one of them is definitely working together with the Bugnarak, and I have a feeling that it could actually be like the tall dude, not like the funny looking dude with like the hair like this one, like the tall dude. I felt like that guy is actually the prime minister of the Bugnarak itself. So the reason why I suspect this is because of the Bugnarak actually know about the location of yet another greater guardian deity. Like, just when Hercules said that, hey, we have found a location of the greater guardian deity and it could actually be in a cold place, it really shocked me that, and it really shocked, I don't think it really shocked anyone that the Bugnarak actually appears there and suddenly like and just say like, hey, we actually found the Sasori thing. I'm gonna give it to my king, something like that. So all of this is definitely not a coincidence. Definitely there's gonna be a traitor in the in the capital itself. So I'm really excited to see who could it actually be. But the next episode, Gira is gonna go home. It is gonna be really amazing to see him going back and challenging Hercules again. Hercules is just gonna pretend, haha, nothing happened, welcome home, brother. He's gonna play the political game, he's gonna play the king game, something like that. But that is not what Gira wants to do. Gira just wants to out Hercules as a bad king, but he's gonna have a very difficult time in doing so, because Hercules actually took the effort to show himself as a really amazing king, a really good king, something like that. Okay, but with that being said, I really enjoyed this episode of Ohsama Sentai. And now that all of the 5 rangers have been united, the first arc of the story regarding the trial of Gira has ended, I really want them to start slowing down the plot and really start allow the plot to marinate, and they don't really need to rush things anymore. I am really hoping to see more character development, more plot progression, and a lot more things that is gonna build up in the future. So really amazing series. I can't wait to see episode 6 right now. But that is all from me. Hope you enjoy what you see here, and if you made it this far into the video, comment sunblock in the comment section below to let me know you actually finished the video. That is all, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.